Hello children, hope you have seen the last video of nouns. So this is finally the last part of this lesson, that is part 5. After this this chapter is completely done. Okay. So in today's topic we are going to discuss about singular, plural, countable, uncountable and genders of which includes in this chapter. So after finishing this chapter, nouns are done. We will go to next topic in the next class. Okay, so before starting the class, what you should do, sit in a comfortable position, don't bend your back, make sure you have everything around you, all your books, all your textbooks, notebooks, everything. Then be away from all the kinds of disturbances or any kind of sound, okay, which will distract you from the class. And before starting the class, what you should do after following these steps, do 2 minutes of meditation. Hold your hands like this. Keep it in this position. Close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So do this for 2 minutes. Okay. So after doing this, we'll go to the class. Okay. So before going directly to the singular, plurals, everything. So let me just brief you with the last class what we learned in these all classes. So the topic is nouns. So nouns is the first topic in grammar, which is very important for basics to understand. So nouns are, what are nouns? Nouns are naming words which name a person, place, animal or thing. Okay. So any name of any person, name of any place, any animal or anything. So names, specifically names are considered as nouns. So after that we went on to kinds of nouns. So there are totally 5 kinds of nouns. So one is proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun. So there are totally 5 kinds of nouns. So if we go through one by one. So first one is proper noun. So proper noun is nothing but a noun which has a particular name. Okay, proper name, a particular name that's known as noun. So it may be name of a person also. Okay. So name of a country if it is India. So common noun is nothing but a name given commonly to a group. Okay. So if I say a common noun is a country and proper noun will be India, China, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, isn't it? Like that. So I told you a common name given to a group, like name of animals. If a common noun is animal, so proper noun will be like animal, cat, dog, sheep, goat, cow, etc. So next, third one is proper noun, common noun, then collective noun. So in collective noun, what we learned? So a name given to a group of members which is put together as one. So they are considered as one. So I gave you the example also. Soldiers, a group of soldiers are known as army, isn't it? Like if it is shoes, so we say pair of shoes. Okay, pack of cards. I told you, right? So in a similar way, collective noun shows that. And then it's just a brief, okay, with simple example. Then after that, material noun. So what I told about material nouns are nothing but it is a name of a material. It's a name of a material by using which we make other products, other things or other materials. Like if I take wood, so from wood what I can make furniture, door, windows, table, chair, everything, isn't it? So wood is a material noun. Okay, and I told milk also, which is very important material noun. Okay, but through milk we can make lot of things, isn't it? Then after that, abstract noun, I taught you the final 5th noun. Okay, so abstract noun is nothing but a noun which names a action. It may be actually first it's an action, or it may be state of mind, or it may be the qualities. So first I told qualities, action or state, isn't it? Qualities means what? It shows the character, it shows the appearance or behavior of the person. It is a qualities, or it may be honesty, or it may be truthfulness, isn't it? Then I told about actions. Action is nothing but just a speech or a laughter, isn't it? Then finally I told about state. State of mind is like happiness, sadness. Okay, so how our mind and body condition is there, or sickness or healthy. Okay, so that all these words comes under abstract noun, so which expresses the feelings, or it may be be state of mind or an action. So these we learned in the last 4 parts of the part videos of the noun about nouns. So after going through this, there is one more concept that is very simple. You have already learned in first standard. Okay. So what is singular, what is plural noun, countable, uncountable. So we will just revise it once again. What is there in your book now? Okay. So nouns have 2 numbers. Okay. Nouns have 2 numbers. That is, one is singular and another one is plural. So what do you mean by singular? Singular noun is nothing but a noun which refers to one person, place, animal, place or thing. One. If it is one, then it is singular. Okay. Then similarly plural, noun which refers to more than one. Okay. More than one is what? If it is one, it is singular. If it is more than one, it may be 2, it may be 3, 4, 10, 100, 1000. How much ever it may be. So if it is more than one, then it comes in plural noun. Okay. So if you see the example, girl, road, pen, box. It's only one. Okay. Girl, road, pen, box. So if I go to plural, girl, girls, road, roads, pen, pens, box, boxes. Okay. So what is singular? A noun which refers to one person, animal, place or thing. Plural is nothing but a noun which refers to more than one. So if I want you to show in the material form, see here. If it is, what is this? This is a book. And it is only one book, isn't it? So I call it as book. Only book. So if I add one more, now it is 2, right? So it becomes books. What? Books. If I add one more, still it is books. Okay. Or if I add one more, now I have totally 4 books. So still I call it as books. If it is one, if it is single, then it is book. If I put together, then it is then its plural form will be books. So similarly, so what is this? Pen. Okay, pen. So if since it is one, so it is a pen. So if I add one more, then it becomes pens. So if I add 2 more also, still it is pens. Okay. So if it is one, it is pen. If it is more than one, they are known as pens. Okay. So similarly, if I give you one more example, it is sketch pen. Okay. If it is one, it is a sketch pen. So if I tell, give me one sketch pen. Okay. So if I want whole this pack, then I should tell, give me sketch pens. So pen, pens. Understood, children? So this you have already learned. Okay, I am just revising. Now, most important thing in this category is to convert from singular to plural. There are so many rules. Okay. So totally in your textbook there are 7 rules to convert singular noun to plural noun. Like always you don't use yes. You sometimes use es also. You sometimes use ies, ves, and you sometimes change the vowels only in the words. And you sometimes don't even change it. Okay. So these are totally 7 rules. But for you to understand in a very simple way, I have shortened for 5 rules. Okay. In the next academic year, we will learn all the 7 rules, no problem in that. So for you, I have just summarized into 5 rules to convert singular to plural. Now we will see one after the other. Okay. Okay, children. Now we will see rules one by one. Okay. Rule number 1: by adding s. So by adding s at the end. Okay. Like it is very simple. You usually use it by adding s. So, like if it is table, tables, flower, flowers, student, students, boy, boys, isn't it? So, what I have done, if it is a table, T-A-B-L-E, table. So, I have to add, the plural form is tables. Okay, so I have to add s at the end. So, I should write whole word, not just writing s. So, I should write whole word, T-A-B-L-E. Then I should write s at the end, like flower, flowers. So at the end I have added s. Student, student. So at the end I should add yes. Then boy, boy. So at the end I should add Yes, it is very simple. So adding s at the end of the word to make it plural. Then rule number 2. Okay, you just understand it. Okay, by adding es, at the end. So there is a condition here. To what kind of words I should add es. Okay, except these words you can add s anywhere. But there is a condition over here. Only to those words you can add es. Okay. So what is that condition, children? See here. If a word ending with s, ch, sh, x and o. So if a word that ends with s, ch, sh, x and o, then you should add es at the end. So for example, first, if a letter is ending with s, glass. So here last word is s. So for glass I should add es at the end. Okay, glass, glasses. Suppose you tell me, if I add only s, glass, it will become glasses. No, right? It will become glass. Nothing. No word. No meaning for that. Okay. So since the word glass is ending with s, so I should write the full word and then I should add es at the end. Then if a word is ending with ch, watch, watch. So here it is ending with ch, isn't it? So then what I should do? I should write es at the end to make it plural form as watches. Okay, see here. watches, watches. Then next condition, sh. So if a word is ending with sh, dish. Okay, dish. So the word is ending with sh. So I should add es at the end. See. Then if a word is ending with x, fox, f-o-x, fox, then I should add es at the end. So it will become foxes. Similarly, box, box, box. So plural form is boxes, boxes, not yes. Okay. So if you suppose for boxes, if it is x, then you should add es only. Add es. If you add only s, does it have any meaning? No. Okay, this is wrong. Then lastly, o. If a word is ending with o, like buffalo, then you should add buffaloes means then you should add es at the end. So the first rule is by adding s at the end, and the second rule is by adding es only for these words which ending with s, ch, sh, x and o. So while reading the word, if I tell you to write the plural form, if you know the word, and then you should check whether it is ending with s, ch, sh, x and o. So if it is ending with these four conditions, then without any thinking you can write es at the end. Okay, children, now we will see further rules. Okay. Okay, children, this is rule number 3. Words ending with y. If a word is end with y, then add ies. Okay. So, and there is a condition I will explain later. See, our first word is city. Yes, I-T-Y, city. So the word is ending with y. Okay. So for that, what you should do? You should add ies at the end. But here, see, city. Yes, C-I-T-Y, city. So its plural form is C-I-T-I-E-S. So why I should remove? While writing plural form, converting into plural form, I should remove this y and then I should add ies. Okay. So in before case it was not like that. While you add es, no, in the rule number 2, you don't have to remove any word. But here you have to remove this y and then you should add ies. So here in this condition, so if a word is ending with y, then you should add ies at the end, removing that y. Okay, you should not write y and then add ies. It is wrong. Okay. Then see here, words ending with y, then add ies. There is a condition also over here. So I will explain you why that condition, how it applies. Okay. So before that, see all examples. City, cities. So at the end I have added ies. Fly, flies. So here also I have to remove y, and then I should add ies at the end. So it will become flies, flies. Cry, cry, cry. The word is ending with y. Then I should add at the end ies, removing that y. So city, cities. Fly, flies. Cry, cries. But you can also ask me if you get a doubt, like boy, plural form is boys. Why I am not removing this y and writing like this? B-O-I-E-S, no. So I told you, right, if word is ending with y, then I should add I-E-S. Why can't I write B-O-I-E-S, boys? Why this is right and this is correct? Why this is wrong? Because based on the condition, if word is ending with y, then I should add I-E-S, isn't it? But here for boy, I am going to write S, only S I am adding. Like how first rule says. So why is it so, children? It is because when there is no vowel before y, then only you should apply this condition. Means B-O-Y, boy. Okay. So before y, there is a vowel here, isn't it? O. So you remember what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U, isn't it? So before y, there is a vowel. So I am adding S here without thinking. But here, if I want to add IES, then I should check whether before y there is a vowel or consonant. So if it is a consonant, then I should add IES. If it is a vowel, then I should add only S. Okay, let us see. Here y is there. Okay. So before y, which letter is there, children? T. So T is what? T is not vowel. T is a consonant. So what I will do, I have to remove this y and then add IES. Simple. We'll check one more. F-L-Y, fly. So y is there. So before y, which letter is there? L. So L is also a consonant. So I should apply this condition. Then cry, C-R-Y, cry. So before y, which letter is there? R. So R is also a consonant. So only for so S is added only if y has vowel before it. Okay. Or else this condition is applied for all the words which is ending with y. Then you should add IES, removing that. But only the condition you have to check is whether it is vowel or consonant. Okay, depends on that you have to do. Now we will see further rules. Okay, rule number 4 and 5. Okay, rule number 4, children. Words ending with F or FE, then you should add VES at the end. So you should remove that F and FE, then you should add VES to make it plural form. Like knife, thief, T-H-I-F-E, thief. So here word is ending with F. So what I am going to do in the plural form? T-H-I-E-V-E-S. So F is not there here. Okay, F you should remove and then you should write V-E-S at the end. Wolf, W-O-L-F, wolf. Then here I should add, remove F and add wolves. W-O-L-V-E-S, wolf. Wolves. Then see here, knife. So if a word is ending with F-E, K-N-I-F-E, then I should remove this F-E, two letters also, and then I should add V-E-S at the end. K-N-I-V-E-S, knives. Okay? Then wife, W-I-F-E, wife. So F-E it is ending, so I should remove that F-E and add V-E-S, W-I-V-E-S, wives. Okay? So thief, thieves. Wolf, wolves. Knife, knives. Wife, wives. Okay, this is simple. Okay, just if the word is ending with F or FE, then you should remove that and add VES at the end of the word. Okay, so rule number 5 is changing the vowels. Changing the vowels. What are vowels, children? A, E, I, O, U. Vowels, isn't it? Here, let us see the example. Man, men. It's a plural form. If it is one, then it is known as man. If it is more than one, they are known as men. Okay. So here, A is a vowel, E is a vowel. Okay. To change from singular to plural, I am changing the vowel only. If it is M-A-N, man, so I should write M-E-N, men. So A is changed to E. So vowels are changing. Okay. Foot, F-O-O-T, foot. So plural form is feet, F-E-E-T, feet. So O-O, O is what? Vowel, no. Then it is changed to E, E-double-E. Okay. Then woman, woman, W-O-M-A-N. So here also A is changed to E. Okay. Woman, woman. So these are the 5 rules that you have to learn. Learn it in a easy way. Okay. So it's very easy. So I am going to give you few singular and plurals which include all these rules. Okay. We'll see now. Okay children, this is the list what I made for you. This includes all the rules what I have taught you. Okay, it's easy to practice for you. Singular, plural. Bamboo, bamboos. See, only S is added. Okay. Leaf, leaves. So I told you, no, F is there, then you should remove that F and add VES. Batch, batches. So word is ending with CH. So you should add ES at the end. Place, places. So here no need to see much, you should just add S. Story, so word is ending with Y. So and before that there is a consonant, so I should add IES at the end. Bridge, bridges, it is simple, only adding S. Country, countries, so tell me Y is there, so I should remove that and add IES. Shirt, shirts, just add S in that. Baby, babies, so Y is removed and added IES. See, sees, just I am adding S in that. Man, men. So I am changing the vowel. So all these 11 list of words, no. So they include all the rules what I have taught you. So one more time shall we repeat? Bamboo, bamboos. Leaf, leaves. Batch, batches. Place, places. Story, stories. Bridge, bridges. Country, countries. Shirt, shirts. Baby, babies. See, sees. Man, men. Okay children, now we will see countable and uncountable. Okay children, now we will see countable and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns is nothing but all nouns which can be counted as separate units. So I can easily count it as separately. So that is known as countable nouns, like dog, trees, houses, chairs. I can count how many chairs are there in our house and how many houses are there in our surroundings and how many trees are there in the park. I can count and say in numbers. Okay. So dogs also. How many dogs are there in us on our streets, isn't it? So which can we can count easily by separate units. For example, if I take books, okay, I can count how many books I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. Total books are 4. So I can count separately. No, I can take it like this separately and I can count. So similarly, how many sketch pens are there? 12 are there. So I can count easily one after the another, isn't it? As a separate unit. So that's known as countable noun. Very easy. Okay. Anything which can count, which can be counted easily or separately. So that is known as countable nouns. Okay. If we come to uncountable nouns, the nouns which cannot be counted as separate units. So it is very next to impossible. Okay. Which is impossible to count as separately. Okay, for example, water. So first example I have given as water. Okay, can I count water, children? See, I have taken water in a glass. So can I count it? So can I take it and count like 1, 2, 3, 1 water, 2 water? Isn't it? Can I take it on my hand and count separately as how I have counted books and pens? No, right? I can't count water. So water cannot be counted. Okay, it can be measured, but it can't be counted. So will you tell your mommy, give me a glass of water, give me a 1 water or 2 water? No. What will you tell? Mommy, give me a glass of water or 2 glass of water, isn't it? Or if you ask milk also, if you ask milk for your mommy, will you say give me 1 milk, 2 milk, 3 milk? No, right? So what will you say? Mommy, I want a glass of milk, isn't it? So it is measured. Children, it can be measured, but it can't be counted. Can you count water? No, right? It is impossible, right? So, are you understanding? So, this is uncountable noun. Okay. So, suppose if I take rice. Okay. It is so many, right? It can be counted. You can say, ma'am, I can count 1, 2, 3. But how many will you count and sit and count? Will you waste time counting this much? It's not possible, no? Or will you go to the shop and say, uncle, give me 1 rice, 2 rice, or 10 rice, or 100 rice? Will you count and sit? How many rice you want? No, right? So rice can be measured, like 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, but it can't be counted. Okay, children? It may be rice, it may be ragi, it may be paddy. No? See here. Even stars in the sky. Can you count it? It's impossible. Can you count your hairs? How many hairs do you have? It's impossible. How many hair do you have? No. Rice, you can't count. Milk, you can't count. Butter, cheese, so many are there in the list which you can't count. Okay? It is known as uncountable nouns. Okay? But you can measure it. You can measure like a glass of water, a bowl of rice. This is a bowl, no? It's a bowl of rice. I can say easily. Give me a bowl of rice. Okay, children? But I can't say give me 1 rice, 2 rice, 3 rice, isn't it? So, hope you understand countable and uncountable nouns. Now we go to genders. Okay, children, now we will see the last topic of this chapter, that is genders. Okay. So, there are 4 types of genders. One is masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, neutral gender. Repeat. Masculine, masculine. Say repeat. Masculine, masculine gender. Feminine. Say feminine, feminine, feminine gender. Common, common gender. Neuter gender. Say neuter gender. Masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, neuter gender. Okay, we'll see in a brief. Okay, what example? Okay, children, now we'll see in brief what is masculine, feminine, and common, neuter gender are. Masculine gender. For example, if it is a masculine gender is nothing but which refers to males. Okay, so if it is like man, king, lion. Few more example: father, grandfather, uncle. Okay, so feminine gender refers to females. Okay, like woman, queen, lioness. See, man, woman, king, queen, lion, lioness, father, mother. So mother is feminine, father is masculine. Okay, like grandfather, grandmother, uncle, auntie. Simple, no? So still simple example is, if masculine gender is, for example, boy, feminine gender will be girl. Okay. Then common gender. Common gender is nothing but, for example, student, teacher, friend, baby. So common gender is a common name given. Okay. So commonly I say it as student. So it may be boy, it may be girl. Anything will be. Anyone. Okay. It may be boy, it may be girl. Okay. Teacher. It may be male teacher, it may be female teacher. Friend. It may be a male friend or a female friend. Baby. It may be girl or it may be boy. So common name given to that is baby. Okay, these are few common names which can be boy or which can be girl or which can be masculine, which can be feminine also. Okay, so neuter gender. Neuter gender is nothing but neither female nor male. Female, male, nothing will be there in this. Like book, house, chair, table, fan. If it is a book, it's normally a book, right? You don't have female book or male book, isn't it? House, chair, or any non-living thing. Any non-living things around you, they don't have any gender. Okay, children? Understood? Neither male nor female. It can't be anyone. Okay? So these are the gender, children. So these are the few examples which you can practice in home. Thank you.